Hey, Rough Cuts, Adam Stanchuk, Thursday movie review. Last week I did a review that was kind of me being a dick to you guys because I had like one hater and thought it'd be funny. But it did come out that you guys seem to want to be able to have communication with me and give me suggestions. So, okay, maybe I'll look into those. The thing that I saw last week is one of my close friends asked me, he's like, hey, by the way, what was the final count and how many times you saw Wayne's World? And I forgot and reminded me that I used to watch the Wayne's World like all the time. Wayne's World. And then I saw that nobody reviewed it yet on the Rough Cuts. Like, what the heck? This movie is like classic. You gotta have the 2-in-1 DVD combo. But really, Wayne's World. Wayne's World is the one that you need to watch. It's, okay, like, it just came to my attention. I just realized that there's maybe possibly young people who've not heard of Wayne's World. Is that true? Wayne's World was like a Saturday Night Live skit, like from the early 90s and probably the late 80s. And it was Mike Myers and Dana Carvey, and they just, like, it was like they had their own cable access TV show, and they were just like some dudes being all like, oh man, I'm cool. But it ended up becoming like this sensation, so they ended up making a movie about it. And, about Wayne Campbell and Garth Algar, and they are just friends who are kind of deadbeat underachievers, and they end up kind of finding their way. And it's just really, really, really funny. It's not like It's Pat or like the MacGruber. I can't really say anything bad about MacGruber because I've never seen it, but to me it's like the apex of Saturday Night Live humor. And people might say like, oh, Eddie Murphy and back when blah 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 was on the show, they were the best. Of course, maybe you thought they were the best because you're older than me and you liked things from then. But if you're like one of those like, oh no man, it's current stuff is the best with Maya Rudolph and Adam whatever his name is. No, it was good with Mike Myers and Dana Carvey. But Wayne's World, I don't know. There was a point where like I couldn't fall asleep without watching this movie when I was a kid, and that's how it was like, wow. For 2 years straight consecutively, I've watched this movie when I went to bed. So I don't know how many times I've seen it, but I've seen it a bunch, and I don't think of it as like a guilty pleasure movie, because I truly think it's a good movie. So guilty pleasure is something you know is bad, but like this, I really do. I think it's good. I think it's well written. It started so many like things. Like I'm pretty sure that Wayne's World is the thing that started like the not jokes, like where you say like, oh yeah, you're really cool, not. I'm pretty sure that was a Wayne's World thing. I mean, it's possible that Mike Myers heard like an actual dude saying that and was like, oh man, I'm gonna bring this. But it is the thing that brought that to the world. And there's like bajillions of things that this movie brought, like reintroduced in the culture. Like I feel like and I'm trying to remember from when I was a kid, I feel like the people that Mike Myers and Dana Carvey are making fun of with Wayne and Garth were like already dated by the time they're making fun of them. They were like kind of like a piece of culture that was trying to latch on to like the hair metal bands and stuff like that, even though like that's been gone, and like the ripped up jeans and stuff. But it was, I don't know, it was pretty. I'm trying to think, like if currently you did it, you'd have to like, what would you be making fun of? How would you do it? I don't know. These characters are like beautiful pieces of time, like that were able to make fun of the time that they were in, but like they knew that they were kind of on the edge on the way out. Like Austin Powers, people think that was iconic Mike Myers stuff, and maybe it was. And I mean, I'm not saying I didn't like the Austin Powers movies, but for my money, these characters are the best. I often used to fantasize about like what Wayne's World 3 would be like, and I wrote like an entire plot line. It'd be Wayne and Garth haven't talked to each other for like 10 years. Their cable show, everything like just kind of fell apart. They just went on with their lives. Wayne ended up never getting married and just getting like a job. Garth ended up getting married and like having to become a responsible, normal adult, and he got his hair cut. For whatever reason, they both have like some kind of midlife crisis. Reconnect, decide to start doing the show again. But they have to find their rhythm and like become who they used to be, like get true to themselves. I feel like this could be like a $20 million movie right there. $20 million movie. You don't even have to pay me royalties. Just do it so I can watch it. So anyway, I love the characters. I love the actors. Like, Dana Carvey was in a movie called Master of Disguise. That was like a kid's movie. And that was the most recent thing I've seen him in. And that, even though it was a kid's movie, was still hilarious. So watch that too. And Mike Myers, I feel like he's kind of like become a hermit. Like, he's been in things. He did Cat in the Hat, and like everybody has to do one of those. And he was in Inglourious Bastards, and that was fantastic. And his part was like completely out of character. It wasn't funny at all, but he still did really good. So like but I understand that like they're both like kings and they don't have to work. They don't have to do things. I saw Mike Myers in like a autism benefit thing, the Night of Too Many Stars on Comedy Central a few years back, and it was just like super secret cameo. And even then, like there's all the other stars. There's like Adam Sandler and there's Eddie Murphy, and then you're like Jimmy Fallon and all these like other goofy comedy stars who you think that they steal the show. You're like, oh, that was Jimmy Fallon. But you put Mike Myers in something. Shut up. What are you guys talking about the Love Guru? I didn't mention the Love Guru. Why are you mentioning it? I don't talk about your dirty secrets. I don't even care. I don't even care about the Love Guru. Everybody's allowed to have those. But like, so maybe he's playing it safe because he thought he had a good idea and the Love Guru was a flop. I still think the man is a king. I still think that these characters were among the best characters ever created in all of time. And on the front of the DVD it says, The Complete Epic. And I half agree. I do think that this is an epic, but I do not think it's complete because I think they need to make another one. So anyway, Wayne's World is when people ask me, Adam, what's your favorite movie of all time? I normally say Wayne's World, and I don't feel bad about that at all. I love you all. If you guys didn't see yesterday's review from Michelle, go ahead and go watch it now. She's great. She's wonderful. Make sure you tell her that. It's so good that she's doing these reviews. Everybody on the Rough Cuts is great, and I love what we've got going on. So watch us all, and I will see you guys next week with another movie review or something.